Dr. Hamid, welcome back. And we had ended our last clip on that in the world the change is coming, and by virtue of Islam being projected something negative, and it's deliberate, but as a result, this has marketed at least an image of Islam.
As you know, positive can come out of negative.
Yes. Positive, not only positive can come out of negative, but over here we want people to go to the Quran as an external standard, as a book with values, and as a concept of Allah based on attributes. And I would like you to continue from your previous comments.
Well, as I mentioned, the ideas which are fighting right now, different isms are colliding, and whatever ism will be powerful, believe me. In future, people are on their phones, on their computers. They obviously, when they realize that what is this, they didn't know what Islam is, they look at the next neighbor living next to them. They're pretty good. Even on CNN, they said if you're living next to Muslim's house, you're blessed. Means they're not bad. They're projected as bad, right? So what's people gonna realize eventually? People gonna, obviously you're curious. I mean, so much bad publicity. They're gonna read their book. What book says? When they read the book is way better than their own books. They get actually confused. Nothing is there what they're telling us. So this is how they're reading people now, and there's so much on the media. There's nobody can say we didn't know Islam, we didn't know Quran. Nobody can say that. It's everywhere. So so now once it's reached everywhere, now it's their choice. How they're gonna make choices. Next, what's coming is with the information and biotechnology is quantum physics. What quantum physics is explaining how human works. Human works on quantum physics. The universe works on quantum physics. So you see how fast our thought travels in future, past, present. I mean, it just jumps all over the places at one time. So we don't realize these things until this quantum physics becomes, quantum physics for dummies. Everybody will understand eventually, basically. So it is a little bit difficult for people to understand, but it will. So once we understand how human works, and it works through belief system. The body has a soul, what you call spirit, khudi, self, personality, whatever you want to name it. That is your pivotal point for your body. The belief is a pivotal point of yourself. So now the belief is the one which is going to come up in future, and people will understand. As I said, what is the physiology, functionality of belief? Once you understand it, everybody can do it. Once you understand the formula, you see, we read algorithms in theorems in math, in algebra, and then we can solve all the problems. So once you understand the theorem of, these are theorems, the Quranic laws are theorems. You take one theorem, you solve these many questions of life. So each theorem will give you tremendous amount of power to solve the issues. So same way, once we have the theorems, once we understand how belief works, you can use it for your advantage. You can do whatever you want to do. Every human. I don't know if you read the book. It's called Napoleon Hill wrote at the request of Think and Grow Rich, at the request of Carnegie. He wrote that book, and so many people became millionaire. because well, how it happened, it's written in the book. But anyway, what I'm saying is, once you understand how human can do things, a lot of leaders, if you look at their biography, you try to understand, and then you will see they know how to do things. Let me give you an example. I was watching an interview of Imran Khan long time ago. He actually, the first time when he completely failed for first election, they said, do you think you can become the Prime Minister of Pakistan? You know the answer? I couldn't believe it. He said, I am the Prime Minister of Pakistan. And I was like, but I don't know when. I am the Prime Minister. I was like, what? I mean, this is the belief he had. It's called, because I know the process, and he knows the process. Believe me, he knows the process, how to achieve things in life. And I know that I did it, so he did it. So basically,
So you are essentially limited by your own belief.
Right, false gods.
And it really fits into the law of requital given by the Quran, that everyone is responsible for their own deeds, and they should take full responsibility of what they do.
You see, Quran says, "Wala taziru waziratun wizra ukhra," right? No human will take responsibility of others. Every human should take responsibility of themselves. And laysal insana illa ma sa'a. Whatever you do, you
should get the reward of your work.
Right. So basically, what I'm saying is, whatever you want in future, you can actually feel, sense in present.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. There is a formula for that. The things you want to achieve, you can do in your present, practically feeling everything. And you have to do that. That will come to you. It's a process. That's a little longer process. But whatever you decide should happen, that is kun fayakun. It is done unto you as you believe. Once you believe it, it should happen. Same thing. So basically what I'm saying is, human does not know right now. They will eventually. Not for near future probably. So because the next is the belief system is coming. And you see, that's where what happened in Western society, they provided every basic necessity to the people, and they said, you don't need to be, into religion or go to church. Just like Hazrat Umar provided everything, and he said, you don't have to pray God, that means you're blaming, you're telling against me that I'm not providing things for you. So basically they said, we will provide everything for you, you don't have to go to God. So, but what happened now, the situation has changed. Their constitution was very powerful, but now they changed in the constitution, so they started having employment problems, basic necessities are kind of shattered. So they never went to church for a long period of time. Now they're looking on this side, their Muslims are praying, this side, the Jews are doing this. They kind of scared, believe me. What I see, they're scared. They don't know where to go. You tell them do yoga, they do yoga. You tell them go to this, do this. They can take anything you want to. Just stay in a room alone and just keep doing this. They will do that because they don't know what to do. So they are in a very desperate moment, and there's a void there. That's why a lot of people are going back to religion, which is not a good sign, going back. But yeah, so future is, once they understand things, once they read themselves, they have a choice to like or dislike other isms. The alarming thing is, if the dataism becomes powerful and their projection is better than others and their forces are better than others, then we have to go through that once. We have no choice because we are in the evolutionary process. So we have to make another God before we really get to global political Islam. So they are right now they are putting their max forces. They are combining the big data, the Google, Amazon, Ali, whatever. They're combining it together to make it very powerful. The more information you have, the better artificial technology is. Artificial intelligence is basically the more data, right? So better algorithms. So if they are doing that, and if they can project, they have the control of the media too, and they are the one going and projecting these things. We are not doing our work, so they are doing their work. So chances, if we don't come up with real force, with the understanding, with knowledge, we can counter it.
Yes,
I believe it. I believe it. I don't. You see, the reason why I'm saying is this is man-made creation. Okay, creation can never be a creator. You are the creator. You created artificial intelligence. You created data. You created these gadgets. You are a creator. The creation cannot be creator, cannot be my God, right? We have to believe this. I am the one creating you. How can you be my God? This is where we have to understand and fight back, because we can create a lot of just by thinking. Think and grow rich. Rich means, it doesn't mean money. Rich means mindly you're rich. You know, your faculties, your inner faculties, we have to polish them. Those faculties, every human has the same faculties. Sama basar fuad. You see, those faculties needs to be polished. And then once you have that, you can be you can create anything. Basically, Iqbal said that, "Tu raze kun fakan hai, kun fayakun." Think and make it. You know the secret of creation. You know the secret of creation. Tu raze kun fakan hai, apni aankhon par ayan ho ja. Manifest it on yourself. This secret, right? Kaise? How are you going to do it? He says, khudi ka raazdan ho ja. Know yourself first. Through La ilah, khudi ka raazdan means la ilaha illallah. I can explain this very well. Khudi ka raazdan means la ilaha illallah. Edison did la ilaha illallah. We say la ilaha illallah. They do it. Creator cannot become creator, and no human can become creator unless they do la ilaha illallah. You see that? We say it. They do it. So you have to negate your previous beliefs. So basically, khudi ka raazdan ho ja, khuda ka tarjuma ho ja. Means you become a creator. The moment you do la ilaha means khudi ka raazdan, you become a creator. He said, Khuda lam jazal ka daste kudrat tu zaban tu hai. यकीन पैदा कर ए गाफिल के मगलूबे गुमा तू है. Basically, that is same thing. Belief is not there. Bring the belief back, and you will be the hands and mouthpiece of God. We are those people. We are half gods. As Dr. Harari wrote a book, Homo Deus, means from Homo sapien to Homo Deus, means gods, man God. So basically, we are half gods. If you explain it in arrows, if you put arrows on both sides of a line, that means there's no beginning, no ending. It continues. So, but human, this is God. No, two arrows. Here, you have a beginning, but you have no ending. So you are half God.
So how do you reconcile this idea that essentially, should I say that if because essentially there are two concepts of life, in people's mind. One is that the life ends with death. Most people think that once the body dies, we die. But what you are pointing to that is that the life should go, if it is not ending. We have a beginning, but we don't have an end. It means that the life should go beyond death.
Life never dies.
So that means people should realize that by believing and by linking it to seeing, they should work on their belief system and come up with the conviction that their life, which they have created themselves, is going to go beyond death. And this is what the Quran is saying very emphatically, that Allah has given life and He wants us to create our own life, as you said, through that belief system, and then be responsible for your own deeds.
You can only become responsible if you understand who you are. If you are a cause, you're responsible. If you are an effect, you're not responsible. You understand? Simple. Cause and effect.
Well said.
Take the cause and effect. If you are a slave or you are a soldier and somebody is commanding you, that means commander-in-chief is this guy, he's using your body. You have no commander-in-chief left if you are effect. Basically, he gives you the order, you obey it. Then you're not accountable. He is accountable. It's very interesting. So, God says we cannot even bring that mizan, for you. Because there's nothing to bring, because all the decision was made by others. If we don't understand the basic concepts of life, life never dies. You see, we read in physics that energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. It can transform from one form to another form. Same way, life never dies. It's energy. So once we understand with the quantum physics, we'll get the idea that it's no matter what they believe, they have to believe this. It's not going.
So humanity has to come to this conclusion at some point.
Because if you look at it, they know that. They did their experiments. You see, you sent a Mars rover. It went to the Mars. It has the same feelings, touch, taste, blah, 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 right? And where is the source? In NASA, right? So he's feeling there, he's touching there, tasting there, and the data is coming back to the source. We are Earth rovers, right? When we come to the Earth, body comes. Our source was waiting for you to come. Why? Because they are interdependent. Without body, the source, your soul, spirit, whatever, or conscious, is nothing. You can ask conscious how the chocolate tastes like. He has to come into your body because taste is right here. He cannot tell you how the chocolate tastes. Let me go into the body and then I'll experience how the chocolate tastes. This is why they are interdependent. So now that information, that experience, that creation, that conscious takes it back to the source. We are Earth rovers. So we come to a heaven, actually. We come to, when we born, it's not but we disturb it later on. We come here to create an experience. And that becomes a memory. A memory is not in our brain, not in our body. They tried and they did all the pieces of the brain. They couldn't find the memory. Memory is where? Memory is in the cloud. They're telling you today, they're giving you clue. Memory is in the cloud. What does it mean? They're telling you indirectly, they're giving you clues. It's in there. And today, I was researching on water memory. Water has a tremendous amount of memory. They go mind-boggled because it's 13 billion years of or 13 or whatever, when the water came into existence. Because water is with us for 13 billion years. Because when first Nafse-Wahda came into existence, the surrounding, the environment was water, saline water, samundari water, right? And once the cells continue to grow, every cell contains the same environment. Today we have 70% water in our body because the same water is coming here. Same when the child is in the fetus, develop arms and legs, the gene is the same. How they are different? What's in there? Water. 99% is water. So how the morphogenesis is happening is because the water has the memory. We assume, it's hypothesis right now, but they're working on it because they're working on water memory in France. There's the guy who did a research, and they kicked him out from the university because it was unconventional. So then another fellow who was a researcher who did a research in AIDS at that time, he got a Nobel Prize. Then he joined him. Then he became a little popular. So now they're working on water memory, where before we put the memory in silica particle, in sand, right, sand particle. So we were putting in the memory there. So that's why the Silicon Valleys and all that stuff. But now they're going to have aqua valleys, right? So means the water has, they say they keep putting information, they don't know where the hell it's going. So that's where, what is cloud is a water vapors, right? So they're giving us clues that memory is in the cloud. So even though right now it's in silica, but eventually it's going to be in clouds. so this is where we are heading, that we have to understand who we are, how we operate. And how can we challenge the creations which trying to dominate us. No artificial intelligence can control you. Believe me, you have to believe yourself. No data, no biotechnology or infotechnology or artificial intelligence can control you if you believe that you are the creator. Yeah.
So, okay, Dr. Saab, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you. And until next time, thank you. Thank you.